Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sugapepper Friday Conversations. And this evening in our studios, we have very important guests, a teacher, and very important, ambitious young girls and a boy. They're going to introduce themselves, and then from there, I'll pick it up. Thanks for tuning in. We start with Teacher Modesta. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Teacher Modesta Barasa. I'm a teacher at St. Joseph Primary School, and I'm happy to be here.
Karibu.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Nicole Chesa from St. Joseph's Busia Girls. I got 410 marks.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm Doris Terry from Nambale Township, and I got 395 marks. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome, Doris.
I'm Johari Oren from Victory Junior Academy, a private school in Busia, and I got 419 marks. It's a privilege to be here.
Amazing. You all did so well. We are proud of you. So, Johari, you are in Victory Junior Academy. It's a private school. Boarding or day school?
As a board.
You are a boarder. What about you, Doris?
It is a private school and I was a board.
You are a boarder. What about you, Nicole?
A public school and I was a day scholar.
You are a day scholar. Absolutely amazing. Teacher Modesta,
Mm-hmm.
you are a teacher at St. Joseph's Primary School.
Yes.
You have both boarders and day scholars.
Yeah, St. Joseph both boarding and day.
And day, yeah. So I want to start with Teacher Modesta. When the results came out, we were told that private schools perform better than the public. Public schools perform better than the private schools, right?
Yes.
Was that just a political stunt, or that was what was on the ground?
Really, it was not political, because if you analyze the way the results were released,
Yeah.
and the top performers in the countrywide, they came from public schools. And sometimes it doesn't matter whether the school is public or private, because all these learners are public. But I want to say that in the categories that maybe the government and the education system is trying to put it up, I want to say that public schools, we performed better. We tried. The public schools tried their best.
Yeah, I am not so sure how St. Jesus performed. So what was your highest marks?
The highest marks at St. Joseph's was 401.
And when?
Yeah.
As compared to last year, which was
Last year it was 408.
an 8.
We went a little bit lower.
Lower.
Yeah.
We'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Johari, did you expect to get what you got in your KCPE results?
Not quite, because after seeing the marks scored by the first candidate, I knew I won't get that much.
Okay, the first candidate got 433. Yes. And that was announced on television.
Yes.
You have not told us what was your expectation.
Oh, my expectation was, after the examination, I knew I'd perform according to how I had prepared myself for the exam.
Yes.
I knew I was ready, and I could score.
What marks?
I was planning for 430 marks and above.
And above.
Yes, that's
So
what
you-
I was hoping for.
So when you got 419, you were kind of disappointed.
I won't say disappointed, but I was a little bit disappointed, but still happy, very happy for what I got.
Yeah, but you realize you are the best in Victory Junior Academy, right?
Yes.
And you are ranked among the best in Busia County.
Yes.
So you mean you performed well.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nicole, what is your expectation?
I expected to get 420 and above.
And what did you get?
410.
And 10. What was your reaction when you realized you had gotten 410? Happy, sad, whatever.
I was happy.
You were happy
Yes.
because it was above 400.
Yes.
Amazing. And Doris, what was your expectation?
My expectation was to get 420 marks and above. But when I received my results, I was disappointed, but I can't judge God for that, for he's the plan.
Amen. I love that attitude. What was the best marks in your school? Who got the highest marks in your school?
In the one with the highest marks of 102.
102. Meaning you are not far away from the best 5. You are among the best 5, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it means you also performed very well.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for those responses. They had given us a code that you were supposed to send out once they were done with announcing to the public, right? Remember the code? Yeah. So I had a candidate, and I remember everything came to a standstill. There was no eating. There were no conversations. Like I see Johari is also with us here. So on that day, what was the mood around as you're waiting to send the code to get your marks?
I was excited, anxious. It had mixed feelings.
Mixed feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if after I don't know what will happen later.
Yeah.
The marks that I get. So mixed. I had mixed
feelings. What about you, Doris?
When my mother came home and told me that the results were to get up,
yeah,
I ran out. I actually ran out.
Where did you go to?
I went to the nearby school.
Yeah.
And played football.
Allow me to laugh. Okay, fine. So why did you run away? Like, were you scared, or what was the reason for you to run away from the results that were going to come out regardless?
I was scared.
You just scared. So you were scared that you were going to pass, or you were going to fail, or it was just that anxious feeling, the anxiety?
I was anxious.
You're anxious. Okay. What about you, Nicole?
I was just anxious and shivering, and at the same time sweating.
Sweating. But you were just in the house?
Yes.
Yeah. Mommy was there with you?
No.
Daddy?
No.
You were just alone. But they knew you were waiting for the results.
Yes.
Did they call you to find out if you were if you're anxious, or how was it?
My mom just called me to tell me that the results will soon be out.
Okay. So did you wait for the 3 of you? Did you wait for mommy to come for you to send, or you have your own phones where you did your own sending? Like, how was it? Let's start with Nicole.
My mom was the one who sent the call.
For you?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Doris?
My aunt sent it for me.
What about you, Johari?
The one who sent the
Yourself, you yourself and yourself.
Yes.
Okay. So, teacher.
Yes.
You as a teacher, what was the general feeling?
We are always, it's not the first time that we are getting alerts as teachers, and as they announce the results, we are always ready for them.
Whatever.
And we are always ready to know how did these pupils perform.
Yeah.
And we are always ready with the code and with the index numbers.
Yeah.
So whatever we do is that once they finish announcing, we start getting the results on our own to know what our best performers have done.
For each pupil?
For each pupil.
Oh, you do it for the school?
Immediately. For the school immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, and if maybe the internet is slower, then we go back to and resume to now the downloading the whole system from the net.
From the net.
Yeah. But we do it.
So you teach which subjects?
I teach science and Kiswahili.
And Kiswahili. How was the performance in your school in the 2 subjects?
Kiswahili did better this time. Science mostly is technical, and there are so many technicalities in science, but we are doing well. You're doing well. Yeah.
So now that Teacher Modesta here is a teacher of Kiswahili and science, how did you perform in Kiswahili and science, my lovely guests? Johari?
I got 90.
In Kiswahili and science?
83.
83, amazing. Doris?
I got 81 in Kiswahili and 75 in science.
Amazing.
81 in Kiswahili and 83 in science.
Hey, I'm sitting with, I don't know, you guys, all of you perform so well. So they always say there is always a H in mathematics. Most of pupils fear mathematics, and then the sciences. And then they always say that men fear languages, and I can see Johari here kind of demystified that myth that we can also perform well in the languages as men, or you as men, not me. Right? Yeah. So how was mathematics this time around? Okay, I had rumor had that maths was so difficult. There are some who didn't even finish their exams. How was mathematics experience, Nicole?
It was so easy.
My son, hope you're watching. You have to change that attitude, right? Because she says it was so easy. Yet, when I was getting feedback from other pupils, I heard that it was so hard. What about you, Doris? What was your experience?
It was so easy for our class, our mathematics teacher.
Yes.
Wasn't happy when anyone got 70s.
Below.
Yes.
Just to be, that is, I don't know, 47 times 2, that is 94. That is 94. Anybody who gets below 94 is in for a road shock. Yeah. So for you, mathematics was very easy.
Yes.
And you were expecting it just to be that. What about you, Johari?
Actually, I didn't find any difficult question in mathematics. It was so easy, the easiest.
When I grow down, I want to be like the three of you. So what did you get in mathematics? 80. What about you? 80. What about you?
80.
Hey, today I'm finished. And I can't do 47 times 2. Okay. Yeah, so how was mathematics generally in St. Teresa's?
Generally, they did well, though when compared to last year,
Yeah.
to the previous year, 2019,
Yeah.
it was not well performed.
Not well performed.
Because they went down a little bit, 2 points.
That's okay. That's what expected. They did well. Because we can attribute the going down of the results to COVID. We can blame COVID for this one, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'd have gotten even maybe 95 if it was not COVID, right? Yeah, because they say I'm aware of pupils who did not get access to tuition during the COVID period. One, maybe the parents could not be able to afford maybe tuition fees because it was quite a long time, right? Yeah. So that could be one of the contributory factors. And then just have pupils who did not want to study. Maybe want to study under tight supervision. I'm not sure whom I'm speaking for here on behalf of here, but last year, you were the most affected, you and the KC and the Form 4 candidates. So, if I may ask, how was your experience with the COVID-19 experience last year? Nicole? Like, your time will come make it to home, nothing is happening, so much uncertainty, like hamjui kutaendaje, hamjui mnabaki shule lini. Like your time, was it easy for you to study at home? Was it kind of difficult? What was the experience? How was your experience?
It was not easy.
It was not easy.
Yes.
What made it difficult?
TV mostly.
TV mostly. But okay, that is for Nicole. Doris?
When I heard that the classes will not resume after a short time,
Yeah.
I decided to join my parents
Yeah.
in mixed family.
In mixed farming. You put your books under cover,
Yes.
and then you went into agriculture.
But in August, my mother helped me and I joined the Zoom classes.
Or the Zoom classes. I love that bit. Johari?
It was not easy and not difficult. We were being given some questions from the school. So we were doing the questions, revising at home. And even the challenge is there was work to be done sometimes, but you still had to create time. I still had to create time to study.
For studying.
Yes.
You ilikuwa an individual responsibility. Because your mother would not have pushed you to read from Monday to Monday for how many months? How many months were those?
Almost 8.
Almost 8 months. Like maybe the first 2 months, mama na baba wangeingililia kati waseme, soma, haujasoma, haujampa kusoma, lakini after 2 months, anakubali, tuende tu shamba. Like hata mwenyewe haoni kani big deal, si ndio? Yeah. So, Teacher Modesta,
Yes.
Economically, during that period, tell us how you guys survived?
Teachers, as a teacher or as a parent?
Both. Okay, mostly as a teacher. As a parent,
As
you
a
tell
teacher,
us
as a teacher, I would say that our salary kept on flowing throughout the pandemic period.
Oh.
So we never got any challenge that we don't have a lot of cash there.
Oh.
But with that one, to thank the government for that. But now, when it comes to parental responsibilities, you have also your children at home, and it is difficult for you to take care of everything, because everything now stands up and becomes for you to undertake everything on as a unit. But financially, most teachers, you are not really hit hard.
You're not strained.
But now we have teachers in
private schools.
These are our friends, and also some of them are our parents. And we tried to also assist where we can. Our friends. We also have teachers in board of management. They are not paid anything, so they were suffering. But it was a difficult time, and we will not wish that it repeats itself again.
Don't you think that that's what killed the morale of the teachers of the private schools? Because imagine 8 months, no salary, no nothing, they've got bills to pay, they have children who are looking up to them, and they have to survive through the pandemic without cash. Maybe you as friends of the teachers came in to support, but that will not be sufficient. Will that be a contributory factor to the fact that when they got back to school, their morale was so down, like, are you getting up to
Yeah, in fact, even the non-teachers, once they were not able to get that kind of salary and help, when they come back, they say, oh, so it means I'm useless. But now, again, if you look at it, the proprietor of that school, he or she depends from the school fees, from the parents. When that fees is not available, then there's no way.
The hands are tied.
The hands are tied. The same way with public schools, they depend on whatever the government chips into the schools or the parents so that they can pay the home teachers. When it is not there, you can blame the management. But the management also is having some issue that they cannot also handle easily. So, all in all, it was a difficult situation.
It was a difficult situation, So, if you look at that camera and you want to talk to the government, because I believe you say pupils are for the public, right? So private school, public school, private teacher, public teacher, they're all serving our children. So like if this happens again, like what do you think should happen?
You see, the government should come up with strategies whereby they should cushion the workers, not just teachers alone, but the workers in all the sectors that they have locked down. Like now in schools, we look up to from the watchman, because if you don't have the watchman, if you don't have the cook, then the school programs will not perform well. The learners will not learn in a conducive environment. So the government should come up with strategies. Even if a person is supposed to be paid 30,000 by that school, then they should scale it down to 15 and they support it, or even 10. Not just leaving it at
0.
It's difficult. And some marriages broke up. People died, people are just sick because of stress.
I even lost a teacher.
Some were doing menial jobs, and you can now imagine a teacher engaging in activities that are not supposed to be done by this kind of caliber, just to get some cash. So the government should come up with strategies, even if we have this pandemic, and to strategize on the way of handling teachers who are on board, the same way teachers are in private school, and all will be well.
All will be well. And what about parents?
Parents,
how can they come in to support their teachers when that happens?
Okay. Now, this one requires the board of management in various schools. You see, various schools have different ways of handling their issues. You cannot bring issues in school A and bring it in school B, because they all have different board of managements with parents or with teachers, parents, teachers associations. They should come up with strategies. But again, if you look at these strategies that they should come up with, they're the same parents who are at home. The lockdown, the COVID has also hit them hard.
Yeah, we are all suffering.
So yeah, they're all suffering.
Yeah.
But that now depends on the programs of various independent schools. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Doris, you say then at some point your mom enrolled you to some Zoom class. Yeah. Was that your first experience in Zoom, or you had seen it before?
I have not seen it before.
Ulikuja iona tena. So what was the experience in the Zoom classes?
At first I was terrified.
You're terrified. Why were you terrified? And it was you against some laptop or some phone?
The
others?
The other people that I was learning with,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that they were braver than me. But within time,
Mm-hmm.
the teacher called my mom
Mhm.
and told her that I should be enrolled in the other school.
In the other school. Yeah. So hiyo ukienda kwa hiyo Zoom, watoto wako pale kwa tarakilishi. Munisaidie sasa kwa Kiswahili. Kwa tarakilishi. Hamuonani wewe na tarakilishi. Wana watoto 1 2 3 4. Where did you feel like our tarakilishi ndio wako brave na wako huku?
I thought that the Nairobians are braver than us. For my first experience when I visited Nairobi, they told me that we should be.
Okay. Mimi nimesoma Busia na kama mtu wa Ushago. Alafu sasa. Unaona? So at the end of the day, don't allow anyone to make you feel inferior. Sawa sawa. You are superior in your own way. Sawa sawa. Ukienda Timbuktu, ukienda Mogadishu, ukienda America, ukienda Lesotho, you as Doris, you are superior. Even if you go to high school, pata wale Nairobi kama 100. Where from Busia umekuja pale na superiority, uta make it. No one should make you look down upon yourself. Sawa sawa. That is the attitude. Sindio? What about Johari and Nicole? Have you had experience with Zoom? Bado. Lakini mulitumia simu sana kusoma, sindio? Mulikuwa na masimu ama kwa natumia simu ya madhe kusoma?
Most of the time I was using my mom's phone.
Your mom's phone. And Nicole?
I was just using books.
Books. You never used the online platform? There you have it. At times si lazima ukuwe na simu ama ukuwe na hizi vitu flashy ndio sema upite mtihani. Tumeketi hapa wote, alipata experience ya Zoom, hakupata experience ya Zoom. Alitumia simu, hakutumia simu. Lakini ukiangalia marks zao, wote walipita mtihani. Sawa sawa. You don't have to put an extreme pressure on yourself ati ndio upite mtihani. Some pupils told their mothers, "Usiponibaiya simu, sitasoma." Sijui mtu ananya ako na simu, anasoma mimi sisomi. You know, that was so uncalled for. Unaona, tutaenda high school, si ndio? Tutapata wengine wako sijui na shopping mingi kutushinda au sawa sijui sana ndio wanasoma ku understand kwa wameshiba sana. Does it even make sense? No. Ulikuwa boarding, si ndio? Ulikuwa boarding. Ulikuwa day school.
Yes.
Wewe ulikuwa kwa baadaye. So nyinyi mwenye mlikuwa boarding. Mnajua experience ya mtu amekuja na shopping huku na huku imejaa. Wamefungwa tu boot, si ndio? Ama ulikuwa wa boot? Doris na wewe, you were just humble kids from humble backgrounds, sindio? Did that deter you from reading?
No.
Eh.
If what I had was enough to take me through, it was enough to help me study. I had enough materials, and what the others had, I didn't think it was my business. It was theirs.
It was none of your business. Thank you. What about you, Doris?
When I saw them with the shopping, I said in my heart, we eat the same food from the school. Now, I just decided to learn.
Like, will you focus? Point here is focus, sindio? You go and do what you've been taken to school to do. Mambo ya tumbo ni baadaye. In fact, mambo ya tumbo inakuja baada ya shule. You get your own money, and if you want to buy pizza, you know pizza, right? You know kebab, right? You know sandwich, right? Yeah. If you want to buy all those things, you go buy them with your own money, not your parents' money, sindio? Like unajivunia kula jasho yako, and you start sweating now. Si atukifika sijui kampo ama wapi, sindio? Aya, shuleni ilikuwa na boarding?
Yes.
Nyinyi ma day scholars, mlikuwa mna feel ni kama mna lose out mkienda home, cause najua people used to study from 7 kuendelea. Sisi pengine uko home unaosha vyombo ama una watch TV. Like, did it make you feel like you're losing out some bit ama ilikuwa tu sawa kwako?
Ilikuwa tu sawa.
Ilikuwa tu sawa. Kulikuwa umejipanga. Teacher Modesta. Boarding vis-a-vis day school. Do you think there's a difference?
There might be a slight difference because sometimes we have problems at home. And the problems at home might be challenges from the families, maybe parents. Now, when this learner is at school, at boarding school, there's peace. They're part of the learner. We have also learners who, when they come to school, boarding school, they start now to play around with them. Maybe the parents are very harsh at home, and when they come to school, they find a conducive environment, maybe in the evening to make noise to others, to show off, and maybe they are given a lot of cash, a lot of food from their homes. Then these learners will not be able to catch up well. It all depends on the interest of the learner and the ability of this learner to know what he or she is supposed to get. It doesn't matter whether it's boarding school or day school. But sometimes it's better if there are challenges at home, this learner to be
in boarding school. And if they can't afford boarding school and there are challenges at home?
Then now there's guiding and counseling.
You have those in schools.
That takes up. It should also be happening every now and then. The teachers in the school should be able to note out those kind of learners who are having challenges, and you have this kind of guiding, counseling every now and then, even to the parents too. We also do guiding and counseling to the parents. Not only the learners.
So, how do you single out kids? How do you know that this kid is going through maybe such challenges at home?
It's very easy. When you're in class and this learner is not even trying to answer any type of question. The learner is always moody. The learner is not somebody who is mingling freely with others. You are just able to note out that this one might be having a problem. Then when you go closer and you take the learner to the guiding and counseling department, you'll find out there's a problem. Again, when you have exams, you're doing exams, and the first exam he or she is doing well, then it starts dropping. Every time it's dropping, then you know there's a problem somewhere. It's not just an issue.
But you handled such issues.
Oh yeah, we handled them.
And you advised according to the circumstances. Okay. So that's a teacher who is noticing that about a pupil in class. Like when you sit with your peers, maybe in class, unajua ni rafiki yangu, do they come and open up to you that hey, homkwetu mazee, akukaliki? Ama they just keep quiet, wanajiekea tu, unamwona unashangaa ni mbaya lakini haongei. Like, do you notice, wanga notice mwanzoni kama ana go through shida kama hizo za kinyumbani? Johari?
I've never noticed.
Hujawahi experience? Doris?
I've never noticed.
Hujawahi notice? Nicole? So, mostly for teacher Modesta and Nicole when you call na day school. Kuna day ni wote. When you came back from the long COVID holiday, did you miss any people in class? Maybe due to school fees, due to pregnancy? Mlipata experience kama hiyo? Amkupata. Lakini neighbor home, mkasikia ule mtu hiyo anania alipata ball, sasa hizi rudi shule. Kwa nini mnaishi minus na mmesoma kwa news? Mmesikia kwa news? You know those things are happening. Sindio? What do you think is lacking in the society? Yenye mtoto mdogo size ya Doris, size ya Nicole, ama kijana mdogo size ya Johari, ana engage in such how do I call it? Nipe jina mzuri ya kuita. Indecent ama irresponsible. You know, at this point in time, ufai unafikiria about things like sex. Sisi tunafaa kuwa na focus, sindio? But kuna wale wengine ambao wanafikiria vitu kama hizo. Ama nadanganya. Unaona? Wanasema bad company ruins good morals, sindio? But best yako yeye ndio anafikiria tu, alikip company ya watu wanafikiria tu, pia akakuja ka adopt. So if I'm that person mwenye mpatani, niko na hiyo tendency, unaweza niambia nini? kunisaidia kama pia kama mtu wa rika yangu.
Nakwambia wachana, it's not yet time.
Time bado, si ndio? Doris?
Kila kitu iko na wakati wake.
There's even in the Bible, there's a time for everything. A time to start tunakuwa to Bible, a time to a time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to a time to sow, a time to plant, a time to sow. Usinidanganye sana.
Ndio tu.
Johari?
I'll just tell the person you will reap what you sow.
You will reap what you sow.
So if you reap in discipline, later in life you might end up in poverty.
You will sow that in discipline. It can come in various phases. And then choices have what?
Consequence.
Choices have what?
Consequence.
Yes, niliambiwa na nisikia mzazi akiambia mtoto wake, uwezi panda maembe alafu uvune ofene. That is expecting too much, right? Yeah, so kila kitu na wakati wake, alafu choices have consequences, ndio. Tukipunga hewa. Sio tupunga hewa. Tukipunga hewa, ningependa kuwaeleza watazamaji ya kwamba Sugapepper imeanza advertising. If you want to advertise with us, if you have a business, a kinyozi, a salon, a boutique, a gaming lounge, whatever it is, business that you have within Busia County, without Busia County, we are here to do it for you at an affordable rate. You can contact us on 0725582993 or 0725654294. For all your advertising needs, we are here to serve you. Aya, tukiendelea. Nilisahau kuuliza kitu tukianza hapo mwanzo. Wazazi pia walikuwa na expectations. Sasa ni pekee yenu, si ndio? Yeah, like wewe ni mzazi. Ulikuwa na candidate?
Hawakuwa
Ile usha kupumzika. Unangoja KCPE sasa. Ama kuna wengine nyuma?
Wengine wanakuja wengi.
Lakini ndio na prepare. Yeah. So my parents wenu walikuwa na expectation, si ndio? So wako alikutumia message. Akapata results mbele yako, si ndio? Akakuletea. Alikuja kama ana smile ama kama amekunja uso.
Actually, hapo nimemania nimforward to you.
Aliforward. Akapiga ama akatuma text nyingine.
Akapiga.
Akasema
akaniambia congratulations.
Alikuwa amefurahi. The mood was awesome.
Yes.
Doris?
Ile anjanga alikuwa hizo marks kwa mama. Mama akasema, "What? Hata kufika kwanza."
Alisema ukisikia. Sasa alikuwa anaongea kwa simu ama kwa simu. So ukajua hiyo ni wewe, hiyo wani wa yako. Ulifeel aje?
My mood changed. Then my aunt told me to go for some time in the bedroom.
For bedroom. But you was okay, right? Okay. Johari?
My mother was very happy. My mother was also very happy.
But ulibebwa? Ulipigwa picha? Ukapanga gazeti?
Picha nilikuwa kwa gazeti.
Kwa gazeti? Tuongeze sauti kidogo. Mom aliniambia ulikuwa kwa gazeti. Sasa ile ile alisema wakati ulikuwa anaambiwa hajafika hapo, alisema ako kwa gazeti.
Alifurahi na yeye ilikuwa first time yake kwa gazeti.
So gazeti ameweka tu kwa nyumba sasa hivi. Mazema paro. Unaona? Like nilikuwa naangalia kwa mtandao watu wana complain sana, like most parents were just appreciating their kids will got above 300, then kuna wale above 4, kuna wale hajafika 4, like to see expectations mingi sana kwa watoto mpaka tunashtuka, mpaka hata wanashtuka. We should learn to appreciate whatever our kids get, because there's this famous quote wanasemanga, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then it will live its entire life thinking it is stupid. Unaona? Alafu mtu hii anagonea mtaliti kwamba akimazai misi msomana. Unaona? Like let's learn to appreciate our kids. Hata kama mtu alipata 200, that's not the end of the road. Bado kuna high school, bado kuna campo, bado kuna vocational, and then kuna CBC in nurture talent. Sindio? So what would you? Okay, nimesema my take. It is not so advisable for parents to have such reactions mbele ya watoto. But times it comes unexpectedly because we are human. Unaona, you are a parent, you are a teacher. What would you advise parents?
What I would advise is that let us not push our learners to the extreme. Let us try just to nurture them.
Yeah.
Whatever they get, we support them from there. If you have a learner who has gotten 400,
Yeah.
and another one has gotten 250, 200,
Yeah.
we throw the 200 away.
No.
No. We're supposed to nurture all the talents and all the skills that they have.
Yeah.
So we should just embrace them, though they have not performed maybe to our parents' satisfaction,
Yeah.
and maybe the input that the parent has put in that school
Yeah.
or that learner.
Yeah.
But now whatever is there, as a parent you appreciate.
Yeah.
And as you appreciate, there are so many things that you can turn your child into.
True.
There are so many things that your child can become.
True.
In fact, as they say, those we have the topmost performers. There are few.
Yeah.
Then we have the middle one.
Yeah.
There are moderately many.
Yeah.
Then now we have those who are below the average performances. There are so many.
Yeah.
And these are the ones who are carrying our economy today.
True.
Yeah. So there's no aid of maybe looking at learners as if they are non-performers.
Yeah.
We appreciate all of them.
We should appreciate all of them. Yeah. Do you have peers, neighbors who did KCPE? You have them? Yeah, and how did they perform? Like, how did yours perform? Your friends, your former classmates?
They performed well.
Your friends, eh? All of you passed.
Yes.
Your friends,
Average.
they were average, eh? Yours,
We passed.
they passed, eh? Well, you used to study together, ama mlikuwa some to kivyake. Did you have like study groups?
Yes, we had study groups.
You had study groups? At home or in school?
At school.
At school, eh? What about you, Doris?
We had study groups at school.
At school, eh?
Yes.
Johari?
At school.
At school, eh? They were functional.
Yes.
They worked so well. Can we say that they made you guys also perform well? Like, is it good to study alone or as a group?
I'd say studying in a group, it has its benefits. You in a group, there's someone who knows something you not know, and that the same person doesn't know something that you know, so we can share the knowledge
And learn from each other.
and learn from each other.
Absolutely. Doris?
Studying in groups helps someone to improve in her studies.
Yeah.
Studying in groups is much better than studying as an individual.
Absolutely. Sister Modesta,
Okay.
how do you group them? Like, what strategy do you use to group them so that it's a functional study group?
Okay, when you're grouping learners, you take those who are best performance. Then we have those who are average and those who are, we say that they are trying out. So you cannot put the best performance alone,
Yeah.
because the other group will not also will not learn from themselves.
Yeah.
So we mix ability,
Okay.
we mix the abilities, and we have different groups for different subjects. It becomes it performs because now we have a different group for science. We have best performance in science and those average performers. You mix them up
You missed them.
so they can help one another
Yeah.
in different subjects.
That's very workable.
Yeah.
Yeah. In your schools, respective schools, even you as teacher Modesta, do you have a constant number one who used to be number one, but index one? Someone alikuwa na marks for 10 for O2. When you what index?
Index 2.
Index 2. What index?
Index 54.
Index 54. Index 54 ulipata marks ngapi? For 10. Oh, according to admission. Yeah. What kwa index 2 ulikuwa ngapi na 419?
In our school,
In your school.
Moi,
Wewe peke yako. So uliruka index 1. Yeye alikuwa na marks
413.
413. Wewe ulikuwa index 2. Index 1 alikuwa na 4. And you were number number 2. So ni maintain. Huyo index 1 wenyu alikuwa anakuwa tu number 1 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 ama mlikuwa mna compete. Mlikuwa mna compete, ilikuwa ni exchange. So kwa threats wake alikuwa anajua you can either win ama ashinde. Oh. So there's this situation where the index the top performer and maintain from beginning to end kama ni Nicole from term 1 to term 3. Is that a good indication, a good indicator?
No, it's not good because it means that other learners are giving up. So the best performance will be index 1. Today, this exam becomes number 3, number 4. Not even index, but performances. We look at performance because nowadays we don't look at indexes to give learners. We don't use performance to give the index numbers. We just give index numbers according to admission.
Going to admission.
And that's why she's
index 54
and she has gotten 4 10.
Yeah.
So it is not about index the way it was happening during my time. Right?
Yeah.
But now
during my time.
But now what happens is that even in our school, I mean, the best performance, the best performer was not the one who got the 4.
Yeah.
She was somewhere behind it all.
Yeah.
So it is not about the index numbers, and it is good that we have those challenges so that we can know the learners are really working out to outdo each other.
Positive competition.
Positive competition.
Yes.
If you find that there's only one, the whole year, then
there's a problem.
There's
a problem. Yeah. Thank you for that response. So, who is your role model locally? Kenya, nani role model wako?
My role model, I'll say my role model was my basketball coach. When we were practicing basketball, she always said that discipline and also studies, not only the talent or something that will help you achieve your dreams. So I always wanted to be like her.
Yeah. She was a she.
Yeah.
Ama she is a she.
Yes.
So you play basketball.
Yes.
Oh. So anaitwa nani? Anafaa kujoin role model. Angalia kamera.
Naitwa Coach Mary. Coach Mary.
Mwambie Coach Mary big up.
Coach Mary.
And who is your role model locally?
My role model is my mom.
Your mom. Oh, why your mom?
She likes football,
Mm-hmm.
and I follow her footsteps.
Wow. So you love football too. Amazing.
My mom is also my role model.
Why?
She's hardworking and determined.
Determined. Amazing. So we have local role models. Some of us have gone international. Like mine is Oprah Winfrey. Who is your role model internationally?
My role model.
You can say me, I'm international. Who is your role model internationally?
My role model international.
Hata kama ni Museveni hapa Uganda. Hapa tumevuka border.
My role model international was Ben Carson, the neurosurgeon.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was hardworking even from his background. He still rose up to the challenge and was a successful person.
So you read Gifted Hands?
Yes.
Amazing. Who is your role model?
My role model is
Messi. Hey, the footballer, Lionel. Wewe kuona kwa team ya wanawake huko Uingereza, si ndio? Alafu ndakuja kuwa manager. Usiniache sawa? Madam ndakuachia. Do you have an international role model? But utampata with time, si ndio? Do you encourage kids to have role models?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's from that role model is what you are going to learn from. And whatever characteristics and traits that he or she is carrying, you can be able to also to work hard and become a proud person. It is good to have a role model. Just like unaweza kuwa unatembea na hujui unaenda wapi. But ukijua unatembea unaenda wapi, then you say I want to be here and that's what I want to be reaching.
Exactly. Yeah. At least it gives you reason to want to do something. It gives you a vision to want to do something.
Yeah.
Sindio? Yeah. So sitaki kuassume talent yako ni football. Sitaki kuassume talent yako ni basketball. Bado sijapata niche yako kabisa. What is your talent?
I can draw.
You can just say I draw, like own it.
I draw.
You draw. So you love drawing. Okay. Yes.
My
Your talent.
I play basketball.
You play basketball. And you love it.
I love
You want to pursue it to greater heights.
Yes.
Amazing. Doris?
I like football
Mm-hmm.
and I like to pursue term education.
You can pursue it with your education. Because if you say after upate kama mguu hakuna. Unajua ucheze hiyo football saizi ukisonga nayo, because I know it's possible to blend talent and education, right?
Yeah, it's very possible.
Yeah.
Very much possible.
Tell them wasikie.
If you blend talent and education, it becomes easy for you to excel anywhere. You see, if you're only in sports, then perhaps something bad happens to you that you cannot be able to play again. Then now, there your education will carry you around there.
Mm-hmm.
So that now you can embark towards your whatever you're supposed to do through your education.
Yeah.
And if you have not been able to perform well, or you have a job, you have been doing a job, and you see you are not being paid properly or well, then you can embark and fall back into your talent, where you can now get whatever you want.
Yeah.
So it's good to combine both.
Yeah. And you see talent unafanya na passion. Like right now some of us tulipoteza makazi kwa sababu ya COVID. Maybe we were bankers, maybe we were lawyers, maybe we were whatever it is. Now you see, kama nilikuwa napenda football, kama napenda basketball, I'll still go to the field. Nobody's going to go to the field because kuna corona. You still go and exercise your talent. So you did your high school selections, right? You want to go to which school? Like what is your selection? Which one is your dream high school? Alliance Boys High School. Okay.
My dream high school is to go to
Limuru Girls. Any yes, Nicole yako ni gani? Mary Hill. Wewe ndio kwa nini? Eko utaingia Nairobi alafu ukate kona. Yaani all of you want to panda Bukinya, you will drop Nairobi. Like ambaye kwa watu wakusia tena. Na ukiitwa shule ya Busia, like some extra county school, what will be your feeling?
I'll still be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to change that in future so that I can go somewhere else in future. After the 4 years in secondary, I'll try to change that in university.
When the university unataka, we do not always get what we want. Because maybe walikuwa wanataka alliance watu wawili, pengine mwenye alikuwa na higher marks than you ataenda, that means that's not the end of the road. Si ndio? Hata wewe wa Limuru, hata wewe wa Mary Hill. Si ndio? So what advice would you give to fellow pupils who did not meet expectations? Wale ambao wana feel nilianguka, angalia wenzangu wameitwa studio, mimi sijaitwa. Like ungependa kuambia nini? Johari.
Vile tumesema, that's not the end of the road.
It's not the end of the road.
You should still work hard. No time for regrets.
No time for regrets.
Just try to change what you can change.
The future is bright.
Yes.
Amen.
I like to advise them that every cloud has a silver lining.
Amen. Every cloud has a what? A silver lining. Mm-hmm.
Ningependa tu advice wasi give up.
Mm-hmm.
There's always hope for the future. Kugunjuka kwa Mungu sio mwisho wa kufika siku.
Hallelujah. Lazima ugali hivi. Teacher.
There is always next time.
Next time.
Then they do all 8 schools.
Mm-hmm.
They come take all 8 schools to go to, and they can be able to achieve their dreams not only in secondary school, but they can also, if learning has become difficult, we have technical,
The vocational one. Yes.
They can go there and learn handwork, and they can perform
way
marvelous
better.
in their government.
Yes. Yeah. So when I grow up, I want to be
I would like to be a doctor.
a doctor.
I like to be a
A doctor.
I like to be a aeronautical engineer.
Aeronautical engineer.
Yeah.
Jibu tu madege.
Yeah.
Sawa. So it's good to know where you want to be in future so that you study towards that goal. And mkienda high school, make sure they're called GNC teachers. There is a person, they do career.
We have career officers. And it's different from guiding and counseling. So we have career officers, we have guiding and counseling.
Yeah. So
We
they
have
make,
those programs. There are programs for guiding and counseling.
yeah.
There are programs for career.
Yeah.
They are all in schools.
In high schools,
Yeah.
so they can go and get career guidance so
Yeah.
that they work
It
towards
is there.
their careers. Like isifike mahali useme sikujua ama nini, like just ensure that when you go there you get career guidance. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an aeronautical engineer, you know what you need to put emphasis on so that you achieve your goal. So as we wind up, I would like each one of us to make our own parting shots. Whatever you want to tell the viewers, be it your parent, be it your friends, like whatever you want to share to the general public as pertains anything. Just look at the camera and be audible.
I like to say that you should prayer, focus and determination should be a driving force in your life. Put God first and always work hard. Yes. God helps those who help themselves.
Amen. Yeah.
I'd like to encourage my fellow candidates who did the KCPE. Maybe you see that you failed. I'd like just to tell you that fail means first attempt in learning. Maybe you go to a higher level and you'll pursue your education better than the way you did. And put God first.
Always. Asante.
I would like to encourage others, those who feel like they have not performed well, to put more effort, and there's always room for improvement.
Always. Yes, thank you.
Put God first and work hard.
Work hard. Thank you. Teacher.
I want to congratulate these three girls, Nicole, the boy, Nicole, Jane,
Doris,
and
Johari.
Jahar. Just want to say that hold up the mantle. Don't go to high school and now start coming back with C+ or B. You see, your marks are supposed just to come back with A's, not an A.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. And all the learners that did the exams, I want to wish you well. Those who feel that they failed, you didn't fail, there's still hope for you. Parents, appreciate your learners. Whatever they got, that's their marks, not yours.
Yeah.
Let them be whatever they want to become.
Yeah.
And let us always encourage our friends, our relatives, and those who we are close to our homes.
Yeah. Asante sana. So I've learned today that fail means first attempt in learning. Like there's never a word like fail, like fail. It will always be a first attempt in learning. Always put God first and always work hard. Be diligent, because success doesn't come on a silver platter, right? Yeah. And then when you do all that, success will just follow you freely, and then we shall be celebrating like we're doing here today. I'd like to wish you all the best as you go to proceed to the next level in high school. Work hard, like Modesta has said. Maintain high grades, because if you set a tempo, you need to keep it up. You don't want to work in rest and then we slow down, work in rest and then we run. No. We want to maintain the pace. We want to come back here again and reminisce and say they were here when they performed well in KCPE, and then again they are here because they have passed their KCSE. So we want to be a continuous inspiration to even our upcoming kids. Sindio?
And
Yeah.
what they should know is that when you go to high school, your report card will always be accompanied by your marks. If you go to 419, you're not getting C+. It will always be there. You go to 419, why are you getting C+? Why are you getting D? It will always count you. So you still have to work hard.
Yeah, no relenting, no going back. Success, no longer forward ever, backward never. What was your motto for your school? Your Victoria Academy motto?
To lead in performance.
To lead in performance, which you did.
Aim for the best.
Aim for the best, and you are among the best.
Better your best and respect
and you bettered your best, and you respected everybody, right? What was for St. Teresa's? My former primary school.
Which year was that?
I know you want to choma for me. You want to choma for me.
Aim higher.
But they were aiming higher. Yeah. And we used to aim higher. Viewers, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our show, and it has been a very informative, insightful session. If you've been following, thank you for following, thank you for everything, thank you for the support. We appreciate all our viewers. And until next, you can share our link, like, follow, and ensure that you're always here every Wednesday from 6 to 7 and Fridays from 6 to 7. From us here, we shall say bye-bye.